Hi everyone, my name is Fonda Clark Haight and welcome to Let's Put a Face on It. I wanted to go over with you today some of the ways that I find are easy for me to make a face. A lot of people are afraid of faces. They say, oh, I don't know how to do it, or I can't get it perfect. My philosophy on that is you've just got to jump in. And you can see I've got 3 different pieces of paper collaged down. They're all different shapes. This came from a magazine. These 2 pieces are from some end papers that I was cleaning my brush on. I put them down with matte medium. I cover them with clear gesso. And the reason for that is so that all of these papers have the same tooth when I start putting medium down. I'm going to be using Neocolors today. Neocolors can be used like crayons, right? But you can also go over it with a brush and it turns into like a wash. I'll be using a water brush. If you don't have one, just use a regular brush. I'll be using a Stabilo Marksaw, same thing. You can use it as a pencil or it can turn into a wash. And then I've got some Sharpies. So let's get started. Let's start with this one here at the top. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit so you can see better. And again, we're just working on creating faces. So I've just got a regular pencil and I'm going to create some eye sockets for myself. I'm just smearing charcoal. There's going to be the nose, the midline of the mouth, and the bottom lip. Okay? And then I'm going to outline his head, and you can see this is not a normal head shape. Okay? Creating pupils. So I'm doing, just, you might be able to see better here. If this is the lid of the eye, I'm doing a half shape. Okay? And then he's got some nostrils and the midline of the mouth. Let's see. I'm going to give his eye a little color. And I'm going to brighten up his face. So I'll use this color on one side. And maybe I'll use this color over here. Notice I'm not going over the nose because noses stick out, so they're going to catch the light. So I'm going to add some lighter color above the lip, and that looks like a big mess already, doesn't it? But don't worry. And then I've got his neck, so don't forget the neck of your character. I'm just adding some color. And then I'll take my water brush and activate those Neocolors. And when you see me go off camera with the brush, I'm just wiping it off so I don't pick up and transfer color where I don't want it. And I'm just going over every piece that I did, everywhere I put down the Neocolor, and then I'll go over the outline. And that's a dark line, and you don't have to use black. You can use whatever color you want. I'm using black because I want it to stand out from the background when y'all are watching this. And I've got his eyes. And eyes usually throw a shadow, so I'm pulling that color over against his nose. And there's his little nostrils. Let's just go ahead and give him a top lip. Top lips are always darker than bottom lips. It just gives it some dimension. And I'm, like I said, I'm just going over it. And you can start to see he's got a little little personality. And I'm just going back with a pencil and redefining his eyes where I lost some of it. And I'm looking for my white Sharpie. I can go in with a white Sharpie and highlight the pupil. And maybe underneath the eye a little bit. Into the nose. His lip. And I'm just kind of smearing it out with my finger. So, you can see that's not a normal face, but what happens is you've given it eyes, nose, and a mouth, so people, their brains will fill in the rest. And they'll say, oh, okay, that's a person, or that's a character. And then I may come with my Sharpie later on and give him some hair. So that's one. And let me move it up. Okay, so here's one, and I think what I'm going to do with this one is make him into an animal. So I'm just drawing the ears, doing the same thing again, giving him eyes. And because this is such a dark color, I'm going to use a really bright color for his nose. And I'll probably make his cheeks lighter too, so they stand out. And say I'm making a cat-like creature. Let's see. Highlight his eyes a little bit. Fill in for his ears, and don't forget his neck. Okay. And I'll do the same thing again. So notice I did the same thing. I gave him a nose and eyes. And here's his mouth. And I'm just activating those neo colors. I could definitely come up with a story for this little guy. He's already got some good personality. And, you know, when I'm journaling, things mean, you know, different things mean something to me. Cats can be a very playful idea, and so a lot of times that's where I'm at, or you know, if that's what I've got on my mind that day, I'll end up with a character like this, something playful and whimsical. And different colors mean different things to me, so you know, it all works together. Oh, let me give him a highlight in his eye, and then I'll show you the next guy. So already he's got tons of personality. And then let's look at this one. So, you know, here's an odd shape, but that's okay, because it's your imagination, it's what you see in this, not what I see. And I'll do something probably a little different. So if this is the face, and here's the circle here already, so what if that's an eye, and what if this is an eye? It's already kind of a wonky shape. So I'm going to go with that. And let's see, some pink, because there's already some pink here. And we've got darker colors over here, and that's okay. Let's see. The nose is still a little lighter. And let's fill in his neck. He kind of looks a mess right now, but we can make something out of him. So I'm just activating those neo colors. And even his eyes are not the same shape. but that gives a certain feeling as well. So here's his lip. Okay. And I'm going to soften this line up a little bit. And I'll highlight the end of his nose and here over his lip. Highlight his pupils. And you've got another character. You've got, I'm actually going to give him a little more expression on this side. And there you go. I can definitely come up with a story for this guy too. So there are 3 faces. And let me back up so you can see. And all of them are faces that I could do something with in my journal page. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to email me. You'll find my email address on the website.